Chill. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy C from the Hood Affairs TV DVD series. Right now, y'all checking out the first episode of the Hood Affairs radio podcast. This is going to be something like, we're going to call this series Street Talk. The podcast game is popping right now, so I'm going to put my little 2 cents and give it to y'all. Put it in the podcast game and see how y'all feel about it. Let y'all go back and forth with me on YouTube. This is going to be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that. Y'all going to be able to check out the Hood Affairs series Street Talk.
The streets really been asking us to do this for a minute, but we just took our time, to make sure we do it right for y'all. We don't want no politics involved. We just gonna give y'all everything straight off the hip.
They've been wanting us to do this for a long time, but I ain't gonna get in the game if I don't really know what's going on with it. So I did my little homework, so you're gonna be able to hear this podcast everywhere. So we're gonna get right to it, man. There's been a lot of stuff going on this past week or two. First of all, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man. Nipsey Hussle was a real one as far as I know. The first time I got to link up with Nipsey Hussle was probably about in 2009. It's 2019 right now. Everybody know Nipsey Hussle, but we heard about him buzzing for a while.
Met him a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying? You could even go back to our YouTube page and check our interview with Nipsey Hussle. We did a quick little interview with him because, we didn't really know too much about him, but I was hearing about him because we had our ear to the street heavy at the time. So, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. But, man, I was saying Nipsey Hussle is probably the biggest, most impactful death in hip-hop history.
We was really talking about, was it bigger than Biggie and Tupac?
Right. And I was saying to me it was because, hear me out and y'all can have y'all opinion. Y'all can feel, this is my opinion.
And we got respect for all of them.
Yeah, I got respect for all of them. I'm a fan of Tupac. I'm a fan of Biggie, Big L, Pun, the list goes down the line. But to me, Nipsey Hussle had the respect of the streets and he had hip hop fans. To me, the other dudes, they had respect in the streets, but Nipsey Hussle was really representing that gang culture, you know what I'm saying? And, I met bloods from California that said they fuck with Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? From LA. So, all across the board, a lot of dudes, you seen Nipsey, his shit is well documented. He be in Brooklyn, Chicago, Atlanta, jury out, everybody fuck with Nipsey real heavy. He's a real approachable dude, even though he come from the streets. How some of these dudes, they get the money and they be hands off when they get their money. Nipsey Hussle was a real approachable dude, real cool dude. So that's why I said his was more influential, because you seen right after he died, you had the gangs uniting and marching up Crenshaw and stuff like that. The other deaths in hip hop, nobody had that impact on the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they mourn the deaths of Biggie and Tupac, and, they gonna bump their music. But as far as Nipsey Hussle, he was able to unify people. You seen clips online, people that been at war for over 20, 30 years, they wanted to chop it up because they felt Nipsey Hussle was a real one. If somebody like him could pass, they need to bury their beef. So there's a lot of gangs in LA chopping it up we need to put this behind us and move on and try to get better and impact the community. So that's why I say, to me, that was the most impactful death in hip hop.
Like when you were saying that, I was I wasn't saying nah for no specific reason, but I was Tupac and Biggie, nah, it can't be bigger than that. But you know what I'm saying? I kind of think it was. I was trying to figure out in my head why was Tupac and Biggie so big? I think because it might have been because of the beef, and it started off, it made the East Coast and the West Coast kind of go against each other. But if you think like you said, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac and Biggie had them going against each other, and Nipsey Hussle had everybody coming together. That's a big difference. And like you said, it was in the West Coast, but I think it really extended even further than the West Coast. Everybody, even that don't gangbang, just street dudes, I want to change my life. And a lot of that came because of Nipsey.
Definitely. And, you know, if you look at Nipsey Hussle, his entrepreneurial spirit was well documented. So he had a lot of dudes. Like, that's why I say, don't get it twisted. You know, Tupac and Biggie were bigger artists. I'm just saying that his impact was bigger. Like, if you were a street dude, you aspire to be Nipsey Hussle. Like, he cleaned up his life. He came from a gangbanging culture. He went legit. He opened up businesses in his own neighborhood. He put his people on. He tried to go legit. You know, even when he passed away, you see the dude that got locked up, that got shot with Nipsey Hussle. He got his case dismissed, but that's because Nipsey Hussle was trying to get him straight. You know, it wasn't like they was, you know, plotting on something. Nipsey Hussle was trying to get him some clothes, get him some items, because he just came home from jail. He's trying to get him straight. So, you know, any street dude that come from the hood, or, you know, came up in hard times, or came up doing street shit, they aspire to be some type of version of Nipsey Hussle, you know, like going legit. If you can get the same type of money you getting in the street the legit way, 9-10 times out of 10 that street dude want to tell you he'd rather do that.
Like Nipsey Hussle, like Tupac and Biggie big, only way you could really get to know them is through the music. Exactly. Like, you're not gonna bump into them no place, in the streets, in the store, anywhere like that. And, you know, a lot of people is young nowadays and really don't, you know what I'm saying, they know a Tupac and Biggie through their parents. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Nipsey Hussle, you could open up the phone, there's a chance you might see him. Okay. He'll have an event going on, you know, you could reach out and touch him, go to the event. Probably could pull up on him in Cali, you know what I'm saying, if you really wanted to see him, because he was available like that. You couldn't do that with Biggie and Pop.
And don't get it twisted, we're in different eras right now. So, you know, back then, you know, maybe if I was doing the Hood Affairs thing back then, you know, I probably would have bumped into Tupac and Biggie, and I might have had a different opinion of the situation. I'm just going off of my perspective. You know, Biggie dropped one album, and he was automatically out of here. He got successful real fast. So, you know, after his first album, Ready to Die, you know, he was already out of here. You know, Tupac, he was on the West Coast, so I don't really know how his situation was. You know, I know dudes respected him in the street, but
although he's from the East Coast,
he's born in New York, you know, but he was representing the West Coast. He was in Oakland. Like I said, he don't really come from that gang banging culture. Like I said, I met dudes from Watts, LA Bloods. They say they'll pull up on Nipsey at this store on Crenshaw, and he get respect from all sides. You know, I heard that, you know, from the horse's mouth. So
taking care of people when they come home.
Yeah. So it's just a different situation. And who's gonna open up their own business as a gangbanger in Crenshaw in LA?
Like, they even trying to name a street after him.
Yeah, they just did. They named it Nipsey Hussle Square. I'm not really sure exactly what they named it, but
I think they named it after his original name.
Okay.
After his birth name.
So, you know, that's just my 2 cents on it, man. You know, y'all welcome to go in the comments and, you know, go crazy. I'm sure y'all gonna go crazy and be like, hell no, Pac was.
They all legendary.
You know what I'm saying? They all legends, first of all. Let's not get it twisted. Like I said, this is my opinion. You know, and y'all, I want to see y'all opinions. So y'all go in the comments. Y'all tell me why y'all think Tupac was a more impactful death in hip hop. Y'all tell me why Biggie was a more impactful death in hip hop.
We're really just saying it from a perspective that you got to see Nipsey Hussle grind. Exactly. I'm quite sure you didn't get to see Biggie or Tupac's grind. You know, you seen them on TV, maybe on the video channel, but you ain't see they grind. Like, you know, R.I.P. Nipsey, I got his number in my phone right now. He ain't never changed his number. Reached out and touched him, hit right back, you know what I'm saying? And that was from us dealing with him in 2009.
Yeah, so, you know, R.I.P. to Nipsey, man. Y'all lost a real one out here, man. Every time I see him on Instagram, posts of him, you know, it's fucked up, but, you know, I'd rather see it than not see it. So, you know, y'all keep posting. Y'all keep posting Nipsey. Keep streaming Nipsey, man.
If you know Nipsey Hussle grind, he started selling the CDs out of his trunk. That's how everybody really got to know him.
You know, you seen Game real upset about it. He said he remember when he first met Nipsey, he passed him a CD. And he told him, don't frisbee my CD, Game. You know, check me out.
Check him out.
So, you know, even the Game knows grind from when he first passed him his CD. You know what I'm saying? You seen how Game, you know, it's a clip of Game online, you know, driving down Slauson and driving down Crenshaw. He real upset about the situation. I think, you know, and out in LA, it touched everybody real big. You know, you see how YG pays respect. You know, those is both bloods. That's why I say it's a big impact.
Big impact. You know, I don't know what Tupac and Biggie did for the community, but Nipsey Hussle like did a lot for his community too. Like, he started this program called Vector 90 for the little kids, for them to learn technology, engineering, and mathematics. He trying to do that for all the young people in the community. So probably his brother and them gonna keep the tradition going on also.
Okay, so in other news, you know, stemming off of Nipsey Hussle, you know, yeah, I know y'all seen it by now. You know, rapper Kodak Black had something to say. He said, you know, he'd give it about a year before he would get at Lauren London after the passing of Nipsey Hussle. So, you know, a lot of people thought that was too soon. I thought that was disrespectful. You know, a lot of people thought that was disrespectful. So T.I. had his opinion to sound it off. Gilly had his opinion to sound it off.
Really everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they removed his music from radio stations. A lot of people deleted them from, you know, their devices, from streaming services and things like that. After that, also, I think T.I. released this song, or at least a snippet of a song that he had with another artist, and it supposedly had something about Kodak Black in the snippet. So, you know, Kodak Black was like, he did another response and was like, yo, T.I., you know, you really reaching right now, you know what I'm saying? You calling, like, you ain't just doing a diss song, but you calling up radio stations, like, you got my name in your mouth too much. So he dropped the diss song expeditiously. And then the diss song that expeditiously, he getting at the Game, he getting at Gilly, he getting at T.I., he getting at T.I. wife, he getting at T.I. kids. Now,
I mean, when you make a diss song, you're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now hold up. Like I said, you know, the thing he said about Lauren London, I did feel it was a little disrespectful, but this song expeditiously, that shit was hard, because ain't no rules in the rap game. I listened to this song expeditiously, and I'm fucking with it. You know, as a pure rap fan, ain't no rules in rap game, in the diss game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if T.I. going to you know, make a little snippet and put a diss song out of Kodak Black, the gloves is off.
Did T.I. song even come out?
Nah, he ain't even drop it. But Kodak Black, you know, he turned right now. He heard the little snippet. It was like, oh, all right, I'm going in. So
he said the name of the song is Expeditiously.
Yeah, expeditiously. You know, I guess that's a shot at, you know, T.I. vocab. You know, T.I. got the heavy vocab.
Nah, so. I think in the when T.I. was talking about
he's saying you need to handle that expeditiously. Okay. So that's even hard. That's even more hard. I respect Kodak Black on the diss song. You know, like I said, I ain't feeling him for what he said about Lauren London. You know, need to let her mourn.
You know, think about this internet shit, like, niggas just be jumping the gun like too quick. Like, Kodak shouldn't have said nothing, and T.I. should have went in the DM, or like everybody say he should have called him.
You should have did it more big homie-ish, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see why the Game kind of sounded off, because he all the way out there in Cali, and he fucked with Nipsey very hard, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of emotional for him. That was emotional for him, you know what I'm saying? But this is my opinion on that situation as well. I think the Game, and not even the Game, but some of the people was more upset at what Kodak Black said, because they look at him as one of the hot new artists and hot street artists, so they expect him to act a certain way. That's just like me. Like, I'm an older dude, but I fuck with Kodak Black music heavily, so I expect him to, you know, hold himself down like a street dude and not do certain things and handle things by certain codes, because that's how the other dudes do it. So that's why I think people was more upset. Like, even if you see Gilly comment, he said, don't come a part of the Goose Squad. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be holding it down. I know he got a lot of fans that's older, you know, from the older generation, because Kodak Black could really rap. He really talented.
He apologized, but he shouldn't have never said nothing.
This is what I think. I'm not saying Kodak Black did it, but it's just like right now, the people think the cool thing is to not give a fuck. Like, you know, everybody get online and say, fuck this nigga, fuck that nigga, I do this, I do that, or, you know, I don't give a fuck. They think that make them real. And then when the real situation happen, the story changed up. Everybody switch up. Hit that DM first, you know what I'm saying? And try to see how the situation is in the DM first, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like sometimes you might see something online and it ain't really what it is, or they might ain't even mean it that way. And you can settle that in the DM before, you know, you've taken it to the full scale assault on somebody's family, or, you know, shit like that, or escalate to something even worse. You know, people going to jail off. I know some dudes in jail off the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy out here, man.
So there's a lot of people going to jail.
There's a lot of people going to jail off of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to prove they so. So, you know, that's just a jewel to y'all right there, man. You know, I can't tell you how to live your life, man. I'm just gonna give you the jewels from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
We just seen a lot. You know, we've been in the hip hop game for a while, man, so we seen it all, like from behind the scenes.
Yeah, man. I just don't know how I would feel in jail over something over social media. You know what I'm saying? I feel kind of stupid. I feel like a motherfucking idiot locked up over some social media shit. So, you know, y'all watch yourself out there.
Right now, the best thing in the world Yeah, I got all the examples of what not to do. You see it, you see all the fumbles. Before, you used to hear about stuff, but now you see it all right in front of you, and if you can't learn from the next man's mistake, man, you a fool.
Okay, so in other street talk news, you got rapper Dave East from Harlem, one of my favorite artists. He took a shot at Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is the new artist in the game. He got a feature with Billy Ray Cyrus on his single Old Town Road.
He wasn't on there at first.
Yeah, he wasn't on there at first, but it was so hot that Billy Ray Cyrus jumped on that joint, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like one of the biggest songs out there in the world. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't do what everybody do, so I have not heard the song.
I ain't heard it.
I have not heard this song, nor am I interested in pressing play on the song, because
no disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect. He a black dude doing this thing. I hope he blow the fuck up and get all the way the fuck out of here. Shouts out to Lil Nas X. But I have not been listening to country music, and I'm not gonna start listening to country music now. So it was a big thing. Dave East said, that shit is. Let me quote Dave East. He said, "Put a cape on that shit. That shit is super whack." He said that shit is super whack. And, it was a big thing where everybody was getting at Dave East online saying he don't have no hits. Now, first of all, I fucks with Dave East, but I'm assuming that song is like a country song, and that's not in the same genre as Dave East, so he shouldn't even really spoke on that joint to me. To me, he shouldn't have spoke on that, because that shit ain't got nothing to do with hip-hop and hip-hop fans, so I'm not really sure what made him speak on it.
Because he was saying what's wrong with hip-hop, but
yeah, he was saying what's wrong with hip-hop, but it's not
hip-hop song.
Yeah, it's not classified as a hip-hop song, so, to me, he shouldn't have really said nothing about it, but, he said what he said, and, of course, the internet, how they do, they jumped all the way down Dave East's throat talking about he ain't got no hits. First of all, I take Dave East's catalog over probably 85% of rappers in the game right now and past, because I fucks with Dave East music hard. He's a lyricist, and I take lyrics and lyrical content and shit like that seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Dave East music real heavy.
But that song out of here.
Yeah, but the song is out of here. You can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think they said he might go diamond or something like that. That's big on your first time out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
they even tried to, when he first came out with the song, that's even why Billy Ray Cyrus hopped on it, because they tried to take it off the country charts.
Right. I'm going to say what it is. That's a racial thing, because if a white dude come out with a rap song, it's a rap song immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was a black dude that came out with a country song, that was a hit. They tried to reclassify that shit and try to make it something else. But Billy Ray Cyrus.
Out to him.
Shouts out to Billy Ray Cyrus. He's a woke white dude, you know what I'm saying? He hopped on there and how y'all gonna deny this shit now? I'm the biggest country artist in the game. Exactly. I'm jumping on this shit. So it is what it is. And y'all got to fuck with it now. So shouts out to Billy Ray Cyrus. Shouts out to Lil Nas X for doing what he doing, you know what I'm saying? I think I seen a snippet of him online. He might be doing some rock and roll shit next, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to that young man.
First of all, some people are rappers and some people are artists.
Definitely.
Definitely got it. Lil Nas X might fall into the artist category. He might not be trying to be a rapper.
Yeah, you gotta definitely separate. Definitely gotta separate the two, man.
And then Lil Nas X look like a little dude. You shouldn't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
We shouldn't even be paying that no mind.
We promoting the youth, you know what I'm saying? We want the youth to blow up, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get them to blow up, we're trying to support the youth.
Shit all about feeding families, man.
Definitely don't knock anybody where they feeding their family. That's it right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna overkill y'all. That's the first episode of Street Talk.
First little podcast.
We got a lot more coming for y'all, we known for the interviews. We got that coming. We got the interviews coming.
Yeah, we're gonna bring y'all some special guests soon and everything.
We got the guests coming through. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a different series. We're going to have a lot of conversations and dialogue on this Street Talk series. And we probably got another couple more series coming through. This is just a new way of delivering y'all content, because everything can't be video. Sometimes I'm riding and I got my Apple CarPlay hooked up and I want to click on the podcast and listen to some of the podcasts going on. So y'all make sure y'all download this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, YouTube. Is going to be everywhere. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. Hood Affairs Radio. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend.